Well, hello there. Welcome aboard Concrete Contractors. This is Danny Barrera with your Concrete Success Podcast for another episode. Of search engine optimization for Concrete Contractors. And today we're going to be talking about the top off-page SEO ranking factors for Concrete Contractors in 2021. The top off-page SEO factors for Concrete Contractors in 2021. And again, my name is Danny Barrera here, founder of Concrete Marketing Crew. This entire conversation is actually a small piece of the puzzle from the new SEO 2021 formula for decorative concrete contractors. So check this out. If you're a flat work or decorative concrete contractor, you specialize in concrete coatings, epoxy flooring, stamped concrete, concrete staining, polishing. You specialize in anything concrete. This conversation is relevant to you. We are at the forefront of the concrete industry. Okay, that's all we do. We specialize in marketing concrete contractors throughout the United States. So we have a lot of data. So what we're sharing today is what's working to help you and your company rank higher than your competitors on Google search, not just in the Google Maps section, but as well as the organic search results. And why is organic? Why am I so obsessed with organic? Well, I'm obsessed with organic search is because you see Yelp, that's how they get the majority of their traffic. Have you heard of Yelp? The guys that keep calling you and harassing you to buy a listing. How do you think that they actually get their traffic? The majority of their traffic comes from the search engines. It's not necessarily direct traffic. And how about Home Advisor? Okay, how do you think Home Advisor gets their leads, or where do they get their leads from? It's not necessarily their brand name. They do have an incredible brand name, massive, a lot of searches for Home Advisor, but the majority of the traffic is from their Google search rankings. How about Thumbtack? Let's talk about Thumbtack for a second. Okay, Nextdoor. I mean, all these different business directories and even BBB.org, where do they get the majority of their traffic? It's not from the Google Maps, because they cannot get there. It's from the organic search results. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the top SEO ranking factors that are off page, outside of your website, the things that SEOs really obsess about in this SEO conversation. And it's really not the foundation as much as the on page, or as much as the other factors like the keyword research or understanding the planning phase. And if you've been listening to this series, you can go back through our episodes here at Your Concrete Success Podcast and just check those out. There's a lot of content, a lot of valuable information. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you give us a thumbs up, you subscribe to the channel. And if you're a visual learner, just go to the YouTube channel, Concrete Marketing Crew, and check out all the videos that we have, all the resources. You're going to get to see my face on all these presentations here for now. But let's go ahead and talk about the new changes for off-page SEO for concrete contractors. And again, SEO is part of our concrete marketing plan for concrete contractors. It's part of the SEO dominance to get you found everywhere. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Danny Barrera, founder of Concrete Marketing Crew, also the author of the Digital Concrete Marketing Plan, and the host of Your Concrete Success Podcast, which you're listening to. And Concrete Marketing Crew, we're an associate member of the American Society of Concrete Contractors, also serve as a board member of the Decorative Concrete Council. And I've spoken at the Concrete Decor Show. Articles have been published at the Concrete Decor magazine, widely accepted as the premier expert in internet marketing for decorative concrete businesses. And look, what I'm teaching you, what I'm sharing with you, it's stuff that I also teach other digital agency owners for themselves. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all about us. Let's go ahead and focus on off-page optimization. And right now, let me make my screen a little bit bigger so that you can see it. Off-page search engine optimization. So what is one of the most relevant factors for ranking for a concrete contractor in 2021? Number one is your service area. Where are you based out of, and what is your service area? And with that comes your Google My Business listing. Okay, now there is there's going to be a couple of things I'll talk about it. And does it mean that you need to have a Google My Business listing in every single city you want to rank? No, it doesn't mean that. However, you do need to have an entity. You do need to have need to have your business registered on a Google property, which for local contractors and local businesses is the Google My Business listing. Let me go ahead and see if I can pop this open here, minimize the screen so that I can give you a real example and you can check it out. By the way, if you have not checked out our website, Concrete Marketing Crew, go ahead and make sure that you check out concretemarketingcrew.com and download our free marketing checklist, the ultimate internet marketing checklist for concrete contractors. I actually walk you through what I'm talking about right here, more in depth. You can see it right here. I'll give you all the pointers, and there's going to be a section here for off-page optimization. So make sure you get this download. All you got to do is enter your name and email, and then I'll send it over to your inbox. But that being said, let's go ahead and open up Google right now. And as we're opening up Google, what I like to do is just type brand name. So a brand name is Apple. And when I type Apple, on the right hand side, I have a couple of plugins right now. On the right hand side, I have something called the knowledge panel. You see that right here? Let me make this a little bit bigger. You can do this on your own. When you Google Apple, you're going to find a knowledge panel. Now, the knowledge panel here, you can see here, it has a description. It has some links to properties that are relevant to that brand. And they have the locations here on the Google Maps, but you can see here that this is a knowledge panel. Let's go ahead and Google, right? Let's go ahead and Google for Google. What comes up on the right-hand side, again, one more time, is the knowledge panel. It's an entity. It's what Google considers its specific property here. And you can see here the profiles start coming up here, right down here, right? So it is no different for a concrete contractor. It's no different. It is absolutely no different. So let me go ahead and type in just a random, let's go ahead and look for someone in Houston, see who's dominating Houston right at this moment. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and just Google for volcano concrete. Okay, so that you can check it out, and you can do this on your own. And when I Google volcano concrete, you get to see that the listing comes up on the right hand side. Again, this is an entity, and this is the Google My Business listing. We have an entire training on how to get this done the right way, but here you see there's a link to the website. There's a link for a call button there, and users can leave a review. So your customers can go ahead and leave your review. We have an entire training on optimizing your Google My Business listing. So make sure that you check out our prior episodes here on the channel and our upcoming webinars for concrete contractors on how to optimize the Google My Business listing. So that being said, claiming and optimizing your Google My Business listing will have a positive impact in your organic search results if you do it the right way. And again, that's a big if. If you don't do it the right way, you might have a Google My Business listing and it will not make a difference. So the way you integrate the listing, the way that you optimize it, where you're sending the link to on your website makes a big difference. So that would be one thing that I would say is a fundamental criteria for concrete contractors who want to have massive results in their organic search, is claiming optimizing their Google My Business the right way, and then using that information on the back end on the website, which is what we call schema, using schema, which is markup language for the search engines, to optimize and associate your website with that listing. Now, the second thing is getting lots of citations across the web. Now, you might have heard about the power of citations and the relevance that happens when you are building links and citations, and I can tell you that it does matter. So let's go ahead and take that same example. Again, I'm going to minimize this screen and just gonna go back and share it, make this a little bit more interactive here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the website, okay, Volcano Concrete, and I'm gonna go to one of our research tools here, which is Ahrefs. or Ahrefs. And a couple of things I'm going to look at is their backlinks. And I can tell you they're probably going to have, like you can see there, Yellow Pages is one of the links that they're getting, YP, and then they have a couple of other links that are part of big directory websites, right? Directory websites that are mentioning where this business is located. So the moment that you start getting your business, okay, in all these business directories, that's the moment you're going to start seeing the relevance go up for your service area. And why is this important? This is very important because when we come here and we see where we are showing up in those website directories, and we actually analyze those website directories, you can see that those website directories also have on-page optimization. They also have SEO. They also have ranking power to them, and not every single directory is created equal. So when you're starting out with mapping out what directories you should be part of, well, we actually cover that in when you download our free checklist. We walk you through some of the most important directories that you have to, like you must. And some individuals use Yext as means of getting themselves in there. Others don't. So it's not a complete mandatory thing that you have to use a program like Yext. We actually create a combination of manual as well as use the powered up Yext distribution, but we use a lot of manual labor to create those listings and verify them manually. So when you verify them manually and you optimize those listings the right way, they will help you rank higher. Like I'm showing you an example of a ranking Google My Business, but also as far as the organic goes, right? So you can see there the citations and getting yourself in all these different website directories that are relevant to your industry is extremely important. It's extremely important. So again, the second thing is once you start gaining citations, and getting in all these different concrete directories, in all these local business directories, in Chamber of Commerce websites in your city, you're going to gain a lot of power. You're going to start naturally ranking higher. And look, here's the thing: is if you want to see what your competitors are doing, you can also do that that research. So if Volcano was my competitor, Volcano Concrete, for the sake of this example, I would do the very same thing. Just go ahead and look at the backlinks that they have going onto their website and run it from there. So let me go ahead and just do another search here, kind of walk you guys through this example as a whole. So let me see. And again, we're using this example for concrete contractor in Houston. And let's see, Home Advisor comes up first. We have some branded links come in here, and we have Concrete Patios Unlimited, and I just want to see what links these guys have going back to their website. And again, I'm going to hit the submit one. You can see here they're part of all these local business directories, Yellow Pages. Let me make one link per domain here. Yeah, we have a contractor startup, right? So you can see here, it's not about the quantity, but where these links are coming from. We can also run it through a different tool that we have here, which is SEMrush. And what I'd like to do is do a domain analysis and do the same thing. It's just look at the backlinks that they have pointed to their website and kind of see where is it that they're getting their backlinks from. So a lot of times you don't need that many backlinks. That's why we start out with the foundation, because proper SEO should do the majority of the work, right? So you got all these business directories, all these citations. Now we can start thinking about, okay, what are some other creative ways that are going to help us get some real powerful, natural, and organic backlinks back to our clients' websites or back to your concrete website. And that is a question we started looking at, because you see Google's algorithm change constantly, keeps changing. It continues to get updated and upgraded. And you know, the days of using a simple blog post and just using that and then building the basic directory links, those days are really fading away. As you see there, some of the examples I showed you right now, those guys don't have 1,000 links going back to their website. In Houston, Texas, one of the most competitive areas in the country, actually. You can see it there. It takes more of a strategic approach and using your content and using the right strategies we've discussed in the prior webinars to rank higher. In this case, it used to be that you could just send some citation and directory listing links to the website and write a couple of blog posts about concrete, and you could rank yourself. You would see all these epoxy guys putting up these epoxy websites, very simple, thin content, send a couple of hundred links from India or Fiverr, and they could rank their website. And all those days are gone. Like this is 2021. So just using those cookie cutter solutions, those thin blog posts, it just doesn't cut it anymore. So what we started working with and testing out all these different platforms on our back end, we found that this customized authority signal generation approach that I'm about to show you is really what's really changing how we're amplifying the power for our clients. So this is a cutting edge content marketing platform that's built for authority signals. And with the authority signals, Google is looking at three things right now when it comes to satisfying the content. And again, this is off-page content, and how does it relate to your website? Well, here's the thing. Google is looking at the expertise, meaning the quality of where the content that is sending backlinks is coming from. The expertise, is the content there relevant? And number two is authoritative. Is it coming from an authority and a trusted source? And number three, it's trust. So expertise, authority, and trust. Does it pass actual page rank juice? So when we started looking at all these different Google My Business listings and organic search results, we wanted to find the sweet combination that put it all under one specific umbrella. We did not want to have 20 things flying around. We wanted to have something that really influenced the organic rankings as well as the Google Maps rankings, because we knew that would be powering up our clients' results. You can see there that when we look at the SEO periodic table, there is a lot of things that just don't get talked about in the SEO industry as much. And I don't want to show you this to confuse you. I don't want to talk about all these different instances here, but what I can tell you is that this is a real thing, guys. This is an absolutely real thing. The expertise, authority, and trust, these are factors that Google is taking into consideration when you're publishing content on the website, when you're getting backlinks. If the content that's coming is somewhere in the middle of India and is written by a guy that no one even knows who that guy is or that gal, Google's not going to even consider that link. Doesn't matter. This is why directory and established directory websites work, is because Google trusts certain sites more than others. They know that there's a verification process. They know that you have to put in some effort, and not everyone is able to get a listing approved in those websites. So that's why it's very important to know where these links are coming from. So again, some of the things that we wanted to find as far as a combination is how do we find the type of links that work to help our clients build proximity, build their relevance, and the prominence. And that's what I'm about to show you right now. Instead of just talking about this and trying to confuse you with all this terminology, I thought it would be great if I could just show you. So this is one of our clients right here. And what you're seeing is one of the specific content types that gets published on their website with an authority. And what happens is, as soon as this content gets published, you can see there it's structured in a beautiful way. There's real relevant information. In this case, is 5 things Nashville residents should consider before staining their concrete. So it's an educational piece of content that talks about concrete staining, right? So guess what? We want to rank that website for staining. Now, the next thing that we do, this goes online, it gets published, and check this out. Now we have a link, okay, that basically what this does is our content gets syndicated all across the web through all these authority websites, and they give us the proper attribution and saying, hey, this specific business right here, it's actually writing authority content. And you can see there it's basically a replica of the content in a strategic way. Now, some people will say, well, Danny, is this a duplicate content? Is this, Google's going to penalize you for that? And the answer is absolutely not, because what we're doing here is we're giving full attribution of the original source to our client's website. So you as a concrete contractor get the proper attribution. You can see there the Google My Business map gets embedded there. You can see the reviews. You can see the name, address, and phone number. So the entity as a whole, okay, gets boosted. And this is one of the specific ways. And you can see there throughout all these different sites here, which are our authority websites, Fox News, you get NBC, ABC, all these different authority websites are sending us a relevant link. And those links would be wherever we want to point them to. So again, we have an entire strategy that points link back to our websites. And we did not just want to target one area in getting our clients ranked organically, but we wanted to make sure our website actually ranks for that content. And if we actually search this specific content here, I can tell you that it will be a ranking property. So you can see there, boom, we have our content ranking right here. Okay, and Google considers this to be the right content, and again, we get the right attribution for our services. So all of this is strategically placed to make this contractor look like a real business, which it is. Helps you stand out from all these competitors, for all these fly-by-night contractors, and establishes this concrete contractor, decorative concrete contractor, as an authority in the space. And I can tell you this, whenever we get traffic, referral traffic from all these link sources, the conversions are very high, meaning people automatically, just because they found that article, automatically trust this specific contractor here. So again, those are some of the things that I want you to start looking into as you optimize your website with off-page optimization for SEO. So let's go ahead and recap really quick, and then we'll wrap it up here. So again, what we've done and what we've discussed so far is off-page optimization for concrete contractors. We don't need to worry about mass quantity, number one. Number two is that what matters is relevance, and relevance comes in a couple of different ways. Number one is your relevance as an entity, as a business. So getting yourself optimized with your Google My Business listing will help you in many ways rank higher organically. Number two is the type of citations or directory websites pointing to your concrete website. So one of them are the main base foundation directories that Google crawls so that they can understand your business better. And number two is local business directories that are actually local in your city. So if you're in Miami, you want to look for any Miami-based business directories that are just about Miami. They don't talk about San Diego, they don't talk about New York, only Miami businesses. Very powerful. And number three, and even more powerful, any business directories that has to do with your industry. So anything that has to do with concrete flooring, decorative concrete, epoxy flooring. There's only a handful of those. So we have an entire list of all those directories out there, and we get them as best as we can for all our clients. Some get approved immediately. Others take a couple of months to get approved. But what I can tell you is the more that we build upon that foundation, our website ranks higher. Now, a bonus, which is a very power boost, very powerful strategy, is to make sure that you're part of your Chamber of Commerce, local Chamber of Commerce. Get a link back to your website. Number two is if there are any local events, that perhaps fundraiser events or any local events that are advertised online in any website, you want to make sure that you get your business in there. So we have some concrete contractors that they just happen to be advertising in radios, in local radios, and they get a link into the radio website, and boom, that is a very very powerful radio website, and it's local to the specific city, and therefore whenever we see a link coming back to those sites, almost immediately we see the impact of those type of links. And then you want to start building the reviews back to your business. Reviews are a big factor. Having the Google My Business is great, but having reviews actually helps you validate your entity and just the relevance. Google wants to provide the best answers for a query. And then getting authority backlinks to the website, just like the ones we've shown you. So having content syndicated throughout the web, and not just any content, but the real type of content. Having content throughout the web, I can tell you that it helps your website build the trust and authority that it needs to rank in competitive areas. So that's pretty much what we have here for this presentation. I want to thank you very much for listening in, and I want to hear your questions, whether you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening to this over in Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, you have Spotify, or any of those different podcast sources. Go ahead and let us know how we're doing. We'd love to get a review from you. We'd love to get some feedback from you. And if you need any help, go ahead and visit concretemarketingcrew.com today and either schedule a free complimentary strategy call with us. And what we'll do is we'll get on the phone with you and just learn about your business, your process. Hey, what are your goals? What is it that you need? There's absolutely zero pressure, and we'll map out a complete concrete marketing plan for your business that applies to your goals. And with that being said, Danny Barrera, go to concretemarketingcrew.com right now. Over and out. Have a great rest of your day.